Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. As I said, I have the Star Seekers Tarot, a 79 card deck by Nikki Ferrata. I had said in my previous video of the Star Seekers Oracle that I'd be doing a flip through of this one. This is out of print as far as I'm aware. I was able to get a second-hand deck, and it's not, you can't even tell it's been touched. She said she has only shuffled through it or whatnot, but anyways, the box is very velvety. I got 2 little stickers with it. I love when they give things. And then this little card that has some information on it. I forgot to take those out. So here is the book. It's got a key on it, just like the Oracle book. And it feels just like the Oracle book. It's very, I don't know how to explain it, but it's lovely. We've got the glossy pages. Got some spreads about the creator, journey into the cards, intuitive exercise. Nice. All right, so let's get into the cards. The boxes for these are very nice. I like them a lot. Here are the 2 of them together. And if you haven't seen the Star Seeker Oracle review, I have that one on here as well. So nothing written or anything in this box. Very nice though. It's that rose petal, flower petal feel. Look at the edges. These are a darker, like, I would say a purplish. They're sparkly. Very, very flower petal cardstock. It's a chunky monkey. And let's go ahead and I can tell these are going to be really clumpy. Cardstock is nice otherwise. Let's zoom in and we will check them out. Okay, so starting off we have the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress. Each card is numbered. Then you get your title. Then you get your image. The Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot, Strength. Oh, that's pretty. The Hermit. I love that. The Wheel. That is an awesome Wheel of Fortune. Justice. Making sure I don't have 2 cards there. The Hanged One. Wait a minute, I didn't even get to see that Justice. I'm eyeing my cat that just came in the room. Death. He's been bringing me mice. It is said that when a cat brings you things, they're bringing you gifts. And he always brings dead animals. He's not an outdoor cat. We don't let him go outside, but he does end up getting through the door once in a while. And a couple summers ago, I had walked out and I went and sat in the front yard, and I looked down and there were like 5 mice all in a row. I'm like, what in the fuck? Excuse my language, but so I immediately looked it up on the phone. I found 5 mice and did something about my cat or whatever. Turns out they will do that. And the reason he lined them all up, he was bringing me a gift. Those were my gifts. So in the last week, I have rescued 2 mice. I don't know where they're coming from. I'm thinking because the weather's warming up or something. I don't know. I mean, my house is immaculate. It's spotless. I do have one room that's cluttered up. It's a storage room. But anyway, yeah. So I turned and looked, and he was headed right here in my bedroom. I was in bed, and I looked closer, and I was like, oh my goddess, he has got a mouse. And this has happened twice over the last week. So I had to get up and tell him, drop it. And I know it's their nature, their instinct, but there was no way in hell he was going to bring that mouse up on my bed, and there was no way I was going to watch him unalive that mouse. So the mouse ran free. The tower, both mice made it out alive. Anyway, star, I tried to catch them, and I was going to free them outside, but I could not catch the little buggers. They are quick. The moon, I love that moon. That's really pretty. The sun, judgment, the world. Here is an extra card, the womb. So I'm going to just set it there for a moment so you can look at it, but I'm going to take that and pull it aside because I'm not sure if I want it in the deck or not. So I'm going to put it over there. Okay, then we go into the swords, ace. Oops, that time I had to clump together. 2 of swords. 3 of swords. This is interesting. You've got the hands, and it's tears in the hands with the swords, but it's almost as if it's like a whirlpool of tears. So I'm not sure yet how I would read that one, because as most of you know, I'm an intuitive reader, but I do put pieces of tradition in sometimes as well. This is a very interesting 4 of swords, and sorry for all my wiggling, but I'm not at my desk. I'm at my over the bed desk tonight because I've been sick for a couple days. 5 of swords, pretty traditional. 6 of swords. This deck has a very strong energy to it, a very nice energy, but a very like go ahead and try me energy. Like I said, I did get it second hand, so I don't know if it's that energy I'm picking up or if it's just the deck itself. I felt the same way when I opened the Oracle one too, and that one was brand spanking new, but I'll definitely run them through some smoke. 8 of swords. I don't mind a second hand deck, and the lady, I know of her, so she's really good people. 9 of swords. We have this big bear, a snake, looks to be a snake wrapped around her arm, and then the 9 swords around. And she almost looks as if she's crying, eyes closed. Very interesting. There's our 10 of swords. A sword through the skull. Definitely an ending happening there, right? The page of swords. Oh my goodness. What's up with the face? This is a pretty popular deck. We have the Knight of Swords. He is kind of, I don't know. Queen of Swords. I like her face and everything. It's like, yep, I ain't taking no shit. That's a good Queen of Swords right there. I don't like it when you see a Queen of Swords who's all fluffy and little princess looking, because that's not the Queen of Swords aesthetic. Here we have the Pentacles, starting with the Ace, the 2, 3, the 4. It's interesting, right? The 5 of Pentacles is very very neat. And the 6, the 7. So I have been on, I didn't think I was going to buy any more decks once I found the Le Tarot de Marseille weight deck. And but I have, and I've been on this quest for kind of like older decks and decks that aren't in print anymore. I have really been after the, oh goodness, there's the 8 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles. It'll take me a minute to think, but it's my unicorn deck. It's the deck that I would love to have over any other deck. You know what I mean? Yeah, like for some people, their unicorn deck is the Light Sears indie version. I can't think of the name of it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. This 10 of Pentacles is gorgeous. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. But I have looked, and I have looked, and I have looked, and it is, people are asking way too much. Way too much. It's right on the tip of my tongue. I probably won't be able to think of it. King of Pentacles. And into the Wands, there is our Ace. It's got something spirit in it. 2 of Wands. I really like that. That's a very cozy card. 3 of Wands. Wow, that's gorgeous. I've never seen a full flip through of this deck either. I've seen a channel, I can't remember who, or I would give them a shout out, but I can't remember who. And I've seen a few cards and I was like, whoops, I gotta have that. So I went on a mission and I found it. What is the name? I want to say Spirit Keepers, but I don't think that's it. 6 of Wands. Oh, she's on a broom. Love it. Well, it's kind of like a broom, even though it's got a wand. The wands are wooden, and then they've got almost like a purplish amethyst stone on the top. Look at that 7 of Wands. Yeah, I think it is the Spirit Keepers Tarot. But there's a couple editions of it. But anyways, I'm on a mission for that. I mean, if I really wanted to pay that much money, I could, but I'm not going to. There's just no way. 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. I'm going to be putting up, like my bone stone. I very rarely use it. Really nice 10 of Wands there. Page of Wands. My Terra Volatile, I bought the deck. It's got the expansion, and it's got the big huge book. I have never used it. I unboxed it and I put it on the shelf. I don't care for it at all. I thought I would, but nope. But I've got a lot of rare decks. What's Sawyer's Path Tarot? As beautiful as it is, I don't use it. And the King of Wands. And into the cups we go. There's the Ace, the 2. Anyways, I have some bins that are full of decks that I've got to get rid of. And if I can't sell them, you know, I'm not going to just give these really super expensive decks away. And I don't have any friends or family who would want them, because nobody else in my family is into any of this. And those who were are no longer with us. But I have them in bins, and if I don't sell, I'm just, I guess, gonna take them to the metaphysical store here in town, because it's too overwhelming. I have one little bookshelf with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm looking across the room and counting it. It has 6 little bins in it, and that's it. I'm not, nope. I love that 8 of Cups. I'm not doing the shelves upon shelves upon shelves of decks anymore. I can't do it. It became so overwhelming. I didn't even want to look at the cards anymore. And the cards are like everything to me. Knight of Cups. That's quite different. So yeah, I have been decluttering. I'm not doing the hashtag because it's just been too much. It's been taking me a while. But I've been doing it. Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. That's interesting as well. So yeah, I have loads of decks that are going bye-bye. I want to be able to use the decks that I have. I don't want to be, so to speak, a collector where they have literally sit on the shelves and collect dust. I mean, no, I don't have, my mind doesn't have space for that anymore. So I want to clear all those out, and yes, I'm going to start getting different decks, but, you know, I don't think I could ever stop purchasing decks. I mean, if I see one and I like it, I'll snag it, and then if I don't use it, I'll either return it if it's returnable or move it on. But yeah, I can't do the overwhelming. I want to say to myself, like if I have a reading coming up or something, yes, I'm going to use this deck, and just grab it right there off my shelf instead of contemplating through hundreds and hundreds of decks. So, but I have pretty much have my decks that I use. You know, I have my client decks, and I have my decks that I use for the collective readings on YouTube that I used to do, which I'm going to start doing those again because I've been requested. But I think I'm going to take those to another channel. And these shuffle nice, by the way. But they are clumpy, which you guys know me. I don't like that. Let's try a riffle shuffle. A little stiff on the riffle. So let's pull a card. And we'll look inside the book. Here we go. 8 of Swords. Okay. 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords. Okay, here we are. I'm going to pull this back so that I can read it. A woman clutches her knees to her heart, feeling lost and powerless in this unfamiliar prison. In truth, this prison is an illusion. a matrix created through the power of her mind. There are no prison guards. It's only fear and self-doubt that hold her in this nightmare. Her hands are free to remove her blindfold, but she's too afraid to open her eyes. If only she would notice the offering in front of her. The universe gifts her with the tool she needs to see the truth of her situation and set herself free. Sometimes it's hard to see our own power. The mind and the world can make you feel small or unimportant. At times, it can feel like you're floating in the sky with no control over anything at all. The truth is, there are always choices, and there is a way out of any predicament you may be in at this time. The Eight of Swords reveals the hard truth, that you are the only one keeping yourself small and powerless. And only you can choose to change that. Claim your power and set yourself free. The only thing in your way now is your own fear and self-imposed limitations. Keywords: fear, self-imposed restrictions, victim mentality, and the reversed keywords: reclaiming power, releasing fear. So you get a good little bit. The guidebook's nice. The deck is nice. I don't think I'm going to be able to get my jumpers out of this. Then again, yes, I can. And it's a Chariot. Thank you. I will take that moving forward. All right, guys. Thank you so much for spending this time for me. If you made it all the way to the end. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see what this, the womb card talks about. That's card 22. Okay, the womb. I'm going to read this only because I need the practice on my learning to speak again, as crazy as that sounds. The womb. I am here, waiting and receiving, in passive hibernation. I am not ready to transform, though I am not resisting. I am surrendering. I wait and I am open. I embrace and I allow myself to grow, to ebb and flow with the natural rhythm and progression of life. I wait, I watch as my environment feeds me and I expand in response. Soon I will grow too large for the comfort of this embryo. I will puncture these walls and push forward to meet the air. I will take the gifts that sustained me in I will take the gifts that sustained me in suspension and meet them with my own. Things are moving, even if you're not aware of it yet. For now, observe, absorb, and flow. You will know when it's time to take action. Keywords: receive, nourish, surrender, patience. Reversed: forcing, and impatience. That's really nice. That is really nice. Not sure if I'm going to keep it in the deck, but there is one thing I want to do. Let me pull this up. And I want to see how they look with the Oracle. Look at the books, the guidebooks. Very nice. These are really pretty cards. Super pretty. This one is still available. It's still in print. This one, I believe, is not. So let's see here. Actually, yeah, I would use, only one. And let's make a whole new. So we have the Star, Clearing, and the High Priestess. Oops, I'm getting cards mixed up already. Oh my goodness, I love this card. So we have Knight of Pentacles, Sacred Workspace, and Five of Pentacles. These are both brand new to me, so I'm not even really seeing the story yet. I'm just dipping my toes in the water here. We have the Magician, the Future, and the Eight of Swords. I like that. They pair obviously beautifully. They're from the same creator. I mean, we have a tarot and then we have the Oracle. So we have Nine of Swords, the Student, and the Nine of Cups. Very nice. So I forgot to lay some of the tarot cards out to see what they look like. I've been doing that lately. Here we have Nine of Wands, Fear, and King of Wands. Don't give up because of fear. Focus on your passions and keep on moving. Yep, they're coming to me. Queen of Wands, Path of Shadows, and the Seven of Pentacles. Well, they are super, super lovely cards. Both decks. I love them. Like I said, it's going to take a little time to, I don't know, usually I can pick a deck up and just, you know, take the leap. But these ones are quite interesting. Let's lay a few of the tarot out so we can see what they look like. We got one that fell out. King of Cups. All right, let's see what they look like when they're laid out in a spread. Wow, we ended up getting Six of Swords, Seven of Swords, Five of Swords, and then the King of Cups. 5, 6, 7. Well, they look like they'd be pretty easy to read. I like that the faces are kind of expressionless, like the Earth Woman Tarot. I've been working with that one a lot. I didn't like it at first. I didn't like the card stock, but now I can't put it down. Yeah, these are really nice. Very, very nice. All right, everyone. Thank you so much if you've made it to the end of this video. For sticking around with me for this review of the beautiful Star Seekers Tarot. Take care and be blessed.